That old lady looked like she might have been stopping at our fishing hole, which was not going to be a go.
We're sitting here incognito.
We're just sitting here stink-eyeing every car that drives by because it's so cold out. It's like, it's definitely below freezing. There's ice all over the roads. And our thought is that if we're in the parking spot right by the hole, nobody can get into the fishing spot before we do. So we're just kind of hanging out, watching, and stink-eyeing every car that drives by. And if we have to, we'll jump out, grab our gear, and run down there, stake out the hole. It's super cold, super nice out. It's going to be a beautiful sunny day today, I'm hoping, but it's a cold, crisp, foggy morning. When I was driving out to Chris's house, I kept driving through these little pockets of fog, and the fog would like hit my window, and my window would get all wet just for a quick second, like a little bit of mist, and then it would all turn to ice instantly. And like I couldn't just keep my windshield wipers on because they were just screeching. It was dry, but then all of a sudden I just have a layer of ice that my windshield wipers wouldn't take care of. It was wild. It happened a couple times. But
2021's right around the corner. It's 2020. It's the end of 2020, thank God.
Yeah, what's the actual date? Is today the 28th?
29th.
Today's the 29th. Yeah, so we're right on the cusp.
And we need some icing on the cake, meaning we need that nice trophy day of some steelhead keepers. This river is known for clippers. In fact, the run is majority clippers, so if we hook some, the chances are very good. And we can keep 4 fish, so 2 apiece. Hopefully we take that many home. I'll take one. I'll take a co. I don't care.
Yeah, I'd be happy. You know, I'd be happy with the. This guy trying to go to our spot. Ooh, watch those brake lights, bud. Oh, this guy's pulling into our zone. You know, we might have to go hit the river right now, guys.
But anyway, don't go nowhere.
Don't go nowhere.
Stay tuned. You're watching The Bite.
We'll see you at the water as the sun comes up.
The things that you get to see when you're out fishing.
We don't usually share river locations too often. I don't know if you guys can see this, but look, it's ice. This is our hike in.
Crunch.
Crunch. Yeah. Field is literally just completely iced over.
Little box of magic. So obviously today we're going to be running some spinners. I got a box of majority RMBs in here, definitely similar to the Blue Fox. And I'm not going to sit here and tell you that Blue Foxes don't work. I got actually some Blue Foxes in here. Just the difference is a few things. First of all, local. Right now we're supporting local by fishing these spinners. This RMB company is straight out of Eugene, Springfield area. So it's nice to support local always, especially in these tough times here in 2020 that we all know about. Blue Fox does not hold up as well as some of these other companies, including RMB. I just feel like maybe just the big company that they are, they just don't have to care about quality over quantity anymore. You know, people buy their stuff, the stuff works.
I can show a little something straight to testament on what Chris is saying. So this, a Blue Fox spinner doesn't usually make it through a full day of fishing with me because we drag so low to the bottom, so they'll get snagged up before we actually get to beat them up that much. But this is just one session, you know, one probably 6 to 8 hour day.
There's one of mine.
You can see this one is missing a lot. This one is a bit fresher, but this is one that I just used for a little bit. You can still see it's got some scrapes on it and stuff. And then it sat in the box, and like, look at how the blade is starting to erode away a little bit. Just the whole thing, you can tell it's like kind of starting to come apart. So like that's one serious session. That's not even that full of a session. This right here is after using one a couple of different times. You can see it's like gone. And then this body over here This, even though you can tell when you look at it, isn't an original Blue Fox. It's an old Blue Fox that I cut up and was just kind of trying to manufacture something when I've been making some spinners. I put these double blades on it. That bell right there, if you look right in there up tight and close, you can see there's some little blue marks. This used to be a blue bell of a Blue Fox spinner. All of these right here were Blue Foxes that are all busted out. Look how pretty and fresh and chrome all of these R&Bs are.
Still really similar to Blue Fox. Yeah,
very similar lure. You know, it's got the same action in the water, if not better. These I like the way these move in the water a little bit better, but the paint just really stays on there. Look, you can see this. This is a couple of casts of a Blue Fox. You know, it's basically a brand new lure, Blue Fox number 5. Couple of casts.
$5.
Paint is all missing on it. Yeah, that's like a $5 to $8 lure depending on where you buy it. These right here, these have seen use. Look, they look brand new. They're like perfect R&B spinners.
So yeah, we're basically not gonna sit here and tell you the Blue Fox doesn't work. But supporting local is number 1. Number 2 is durability. You know, you want a durable spinner if you're gonna be out casting all day long, and you want your spinner color to be specific and not turn chrome like he just told you or he just showed you. The other thing is weight, and this is a huge factor. And having them heavier just gets you down in the zone where you want to be quicker. You know, a lot of steelhead are holding in pockets that are no more than 6 feet long. So to get your spinner down in the action where you want it at the right time, it's all about that little bit of weight. You know, obviously it's also going to get you to snag up quicker if you don't pay attention and let it just drop. But
let you fish a spinner in a hole that you might throw a spoon in. Otherwise, one of the reasons guys like to throw spoons is because they have a real singular heavy profile, and when it hits the water they just slide to the bottom of the pocket real quick, and then you can maneuver it through. Where a spinner kind of flutters down, these heavier, smaller profile spinners drop a lot faster, kind of like a big spoon does.
Get down in the money mix. So yeah, those are 3 huge factors to supporting local, getting something other than Blue Fox. Blue Fox, in my opinion, they work great, but they are junk. And if you don't know, you will know eventually after you spend, you know, quite a bit of money on them and the paint flies off on the second cast. So anyway, that's my 2 cents. We're just waiting for the sunrise to come up, and we'll get after it.
Well guys, we're down here at the river. Sun just came up and we're hooking some spinners at first light. No fish yet, but as the sun came up, it just got gorgeous. It is super freezing cold, like well below freezing, and our fingertips are really feeling it. Chris got a nifty little finger warmer, pocket warmer for Christmas.
Huge investment. I'm definitely going to be getting a second one.
But I did not, so my fingers are so cold that I could barely manage casting. And as the sun came up over this frozen field next to us right here, it's just super gorgeous. So I'm gonna share a little bit of that with you guys right now. Check out how badass this all looks. Totally frozen over icy field with just a gorgeous, beautiful pink sunrise.
Probably, I don't know, 27 degrees right now, and you know, normally I'd have some really cold hands, but this thing is killing it right now. I need a second one, because if you have 2 pockets you can't heat up both hands unless you got your through pocket like on a hoodie. But normally when I got my waders on and stuff and my jackets. Frog & Co. It's got 3 different settings on it. You know, it's got the hot, which gets to like 140 or something like that, something crazy. The medium, and then the low. And you know, it's lightweight. It probably weighs like a couple ounces or something like that. So that right there, check them out. If you got cold ass hands, you don't want to wear gloves, Frog & Co. Definitely gonna hook up another one for sure.
Let me have it.
Yeah, here, loan it around to your homies when they don't have one.
My fingers are so cold. This is gonna be...
My pockets are kind of warm right now, actually, from that thing. It's gonna happen. We're gonna find a fish in here. The water just looks too perfect not to think that we're gonna hook a fish. Confidence is high. Lures are spinning low.
The sun is officially out and our lines are officially getting wet. Our eyelets are getting frozen solid. Fingertips are getting frozen.
Not mine.
You guys ever seen so much old man's beard? This moss hanging from the trees, strings like this.
So frozen.
Call it old man's beard. Doesn't that kind of look like
I wonder why.
an old man's beard? Look at there. This stuff has all kinds of medicinal properties. I remember when I was a kid, some of the midwives in the area would like boil it down and make some kind of salve out of it, and that you rarely see it growing thick like this. Like, look how thick it is in that tree, and this one, like, look, it's really thick all up here.
It's so cold, my eyelids are freezing. Pop out all these ice plugs. So comment down below what you guys use for antifreeze for your rods. I know some people use Vaseline. Some people just dip the rod in the water, which, yeah, it gets rid of it for a second, but then it comes right back. So that's not really an answer. I don't know if there is an answer, but maybe I need to ask somebody like Katie Courget over in Minnesota. She probably knows all about line freeze and eyelets freezing. I'm just gonna be falling on my ass all day long. I'm still missing a felt bottom on my boot. And it is slippery.
Show us the bottoms of your boots, Chris.
Say, all you corkers, footwear.
Show us the bottoms.
Hang on, let me. Here's a good one.
That one's got its felt mostly on there. It's coming off, but you can tell it's got some felt on there. That one is gone, and it's just a slick, smooth
So
piece
any of your
of
corkers
plastic.
wearers, how many of you guys have had that happen? At least it's solid ground and not muddy. Because I'd be so muddy right now because I've fallen probably 10 times.
We don't ever catch fish till around 8 or 9 in the morning anyways, but we still gotta be on the water at 4 a.m. hanging out for a half hour before the sun comes up. Uh-oh. Yeah. At least it's not hot, right? This is an electric fence, you guys.
But it's hot. I didn't touch it. I almost got clotheslined, though.
It could be because of all these cows and these bulls, and they don't want cows in the river. Chris and his trails. That's not a horrible bank, bro. Wells Fargo is a horrible bank.
Kind of looks like the culprit. Always take the easy routes, kids. All right, guys, so we're fishing the RMBs, and we showed you some blue foxes this morning. You know, I tied this one on this morning. I probably took in 20 casts with it, clanking bottom, racking rocks, all kinds of stuff. And look at the blue on that. You can see a tiny bit of scratch marks, but all in all, that thing is still a blue spinner. So that just goes to show the durability of these RMBs. He's got all kinds of different colors, different scenarios. You know, you want the swivel, you don't want the swivel. This right here is a 4.5 blade. They also have the 5 blade, the 4 blade, all that kind of stuff.
They also have it in purple
with
the hammered out blade.
Yeah, check out that hammered blade.
Gives a little extra drag and thump in the water. And the purple is a color we like to throw in the mix also.
Especially when one's running blue and one's running purple, you can kind of see what they're eating on. Usually when somebody catches a second fish on a color, the other person kind of switches up and starts throwing that. But nothing yet so far, but we're just kind of slowly making our way down the river. I can see that next pocket down the way looks money.
All right, you guys, so this is the hole that we just walked into. You can see it's got a bottleneck right at the top and a nice deep little chute. And so what we're expecting is that as fish try to come up through this area, they're gonna have a little bit of trouble and they're gonna get stacked inside of this deep water. And since above and below this hole, the water is quite a bit shallower. You can see down there below Chris, it shallows out and goes out into some flats. Does the same thing above this hole. This is a nice deep pocket for those fish to stack up and wade in where those fish are moving up the river. So they'll be moving hole to hole and they'll run through some shallow water, get into a deep pocket of water, and they'll usually kind of swim to the top of that deep water, see that it's got a little dam or a little bottleneck or some kind of natural you know, obstruction for them to go up, and they'll sit in that deeper water. They'll maybe go down to the back of the pool and kind of sit in the backwash where it calms down and it gets a little shallow, and they'll build up some of their energy and their strength to break over that little dam or that little obstruction of whatever it is, and then shoot that next stretch of flat water. And every couple of days they'll make another push. So what we're trying to do is find the fish while they're held up and kind of relaxing in some of these deeper water holes where you might be able to find 4 or 5 or 6, as many as 10 to 20 fish, sometimes sitting in the backs of some of these pockets, just hanging out, getting their strength and their energy together while they're moving upriver. And this seems like a perfect hole to find a couple of those fish. So we're gonna get some lures in the water. Chris has already made a couple of casts, so he's got a head start on me. And I'm gonna get my gear set down and jump in there too.
All right, guys, the day is warming up. It's still probably only like, I don't know, 8 o'clock or something like that, so still super early. We actually haven't hooked anything yet. We've seen some fish rolling. Asher's rocking a bobber up there now. We've been throwing spinners a lot, which is obviously our preferred. But sometimes you gotta switch it up to give the fish what they want. So Asher's up there rocking a bobber right now. I'm still gonna cast some spinners back in this back pocket here. But we're gonna be hunting all day, so don't go nowhere. Sit back, relax, whatever. All right, guys. So another hole. We're still fishless. Still cold, but it's warming up a little bit. This hole looks really nice. Some people are already fishing here this morning, but don't let that get to you. Sometimes you cast, I mean, everybody casts differently, obviously. So sometimes you get down here and just because somebody is fishing it doesn't mean that you won't toss in first cast to smack one. So don't let that deter you when you see somebody. If they leave their spot, go fish it. Doesn't mean it's fished out. Just cast, man. Just cast. You ain't gonna catch nothing if you don't cast.
Actually, you might catch nothing if you don't cast.
Looks pretty dynamite. There's a fish. Fish on. Nice little thrower. What is it, 9 o'clock?
Probably right at 9 o'clock.
Spinner. Nice. Definitely a flipper. Nice fish. I forgot how feisty they are. I'll let it go a little bit. Nice little bullet. People were just fishing here a little bit ago. So, like I said, it doesn't matter. Still cast it. Nice chrome. Looks like a hen. It's a keeper too. That looks like it could be a buck. Got a nice pipe on it. Nice. Nice steelhead. Well, I'm gonna get this one away from the water because it's going home with us. Like I was saying before, right before we were casting, there was people in this hole before us. So no matter if you see somebody fishing a hole or not, if you're gonna get in there, as soon as they leave, go cast your stuff. Everybody casts differently and it always pays off. You get a reward possibly. So that's going home with us right there. There's one. I need one more. Asher needs two. Let's get this. Man, I'm so excited. That was awesome. That was my first steelhead of the season. God, 2020 is almost over and everybody on the planet cannot wait for that. So on to 2021. We cannot wait to take you guys along on future adventures. So if you guys have not subscribed, please do so. That little thing's right below. Just click it. It's simple, you know, free, easy. Help support. We love the support you guys are giving us. So big ups. See you guys in 2021.
Well, are you from the area?
Yeah, she knew who you were.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you probably know someone you could call to maybe come help you?
Yeah.
Okay.
Such a close call. Yeah, he's so soft right here. Yeah. But as long as you're good to go.
Yeah. Yeah. Thanks.
Okay.
No problem.
Okay. Have a good one.
Have a good night.
Yeah. Stay safe.